Welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy here with Linda Widowich and Dan, our new little friend here. And today we're going to talk about Patriot dogs and a new program here in Becker County. Becker County Veterans Service Office is going to have a Patriot dog in their office, and it's an exciting thing for the area, the first in the state to do this. But Linda, I'm going to have you talk a little bit about the Patriot dog service dog training, because it is a service dog.
Yes. We have started a new program. It is called Patriot Assistance Dogs. And Dan is one of our donated puppies. You could see that he needs a bit more training yet, but he's a good boy. He's going to make a fine companion for somebody. Patriot Assistance Dogs will focus on providing assistance dogs, certified assistance dogs, to veterans who have post-traumatic stress disorder or other psychiatric problems that they're dealing with and being treated for.
All right. So is this something new to the service dog world, or has this been going on for a while?
It's relatively new in that there are very few training centers in the United States that provide this service. Mm-hmm. I work with Leader Dogs for the Blind. I work with Can Do Canines, which trains dogs for many other physical issues, but not for the psychological, the psychiatric. And there are very few agencies in the country that are certifying these dogs. Since Senator Al Franken was behind the legislation to establish a pilot program to provide, his goal is to provide a certified dog for every eligible veteran that needs it returning from the war. We've decided that we would like to be part of that effort and help prepare the dogs.
All right. So, Linda, first, maybe tell us a little bit of the difference. What's the difference between like a therapy dog and a service dog again?
That's a very good question, because a lot of people confuse that. A therapy dog is a pet dog that you own, a private party owns, and you go through training as a team. So you can be certified to go into nursing homes or hospitals or schools and provide assistance or comfort to a number of people. The dog lives with you. You don't need the service, but you and the dog as a team provide that service to the community. A service dog is a dog trained specifically for a talent, say a guide dog or a psychiatric assistance dog, and is assigned to one person. So it's one dog, one person, and they work together for the mutual benefit of the person.
All right. So Dan has a lot of energy here today, and he looks like he has a lot of work ahead of him. What goes into something? Of course, he has to go through the basic training, as it were.
Yes. He has to grow up and leave microphones alone. Mostly, the most important thing for him right now is to be taken out and about and socialized. So he's used to being out in public, so that when he reaches the age of Xander, who you will meet in just a couple of minutes, Xander's laying quietly over there in the corner, he will be willing to do the same. He needs to experience as many sights and sounds and smells in the first 4 months of his life as we can throw at him, so that he's accustomed to that, he's comfortable with that, and then as his obedience skills develop, when we go into a grocery store or go into a movie theater or church or wherever, he's accustomed to being there and he can focus on being Have.
Okay. All right. Which
he's not yet.
You've got a long way to go, Dan. All right. I'm here with Linda Widowich. We're talking about Patriot Assistance Dogs, and we're going to meet Xander when we return, and also get an update on Elsie going through Leader's Dog training.
Yes. When
we return on Hometown Happenings. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy, and I've multiplied here with my guests, and we've got Michelle Bechtold and Xander and Linda Widowich, and we're talking about the Patriot Assistance Dog, which Xander is. He's a little bit more mature, obviously, than Dan, our first guest, and Michelle is his handler. Michelle, now what types of things will Xander be doing as a Patriot Assistance Dog?
Well, he'll be paired with one particular person. And like Linda was saying before, that person will have a mental impairment, PTSD sufferer, or another mental issue. And so what he'll do is he'll be with him at all times in his home, when they go to the store, at restaurants, to the bank, all sorts of daily activities. And so he'll be there as moral support, you could say, and as a service dog to help him, let's say if he were to ever get into a hypnotized state where he kind of zones out and and the owner doesn't really know what's going on around him, the dog will kind of be that avenue and help his owner kind of get out of that state.
So is Xander trained to sense things? I mean, he obviously has to spend some time with his owner to get to know his owner, but is Xander actually trained to sense things, or dogs just have that in them, or how does that work?
Yep, at this point he's not quite trained for that yet. Right now we've been working on the regular obedience and some special commands that will really help with his owner. But dogs do have that ability to sense things that us humans can't sense. You know, they've got dogs for sensing diabetes and, you know, the blood pressure and for seizures, and so just in the same, Xander will be able to sense when there's something else not quite right. A lot of it is to do with the person's energy. When the person's energy is different than normal, Xander will kind of snap into action and provide whatever service needs to be done for him.
Okay. All right. And what kind of dog is Xander?
He's a smooth coat collie. He's about 2 years old, and he's about 2 weeks into the training right now.
All right. All right. And about how long does it take for a dog to go through training?
It depends what age they're at and what level of obedience they've had so far. Probably 6 months to
6 months is a good average for an adult dog. Obviously, a puppy like Dan will be with us for more like 18 months.
Okay.
But most service dogs will hit the street working between 17 and 20 months.
Now the dog, Katie Colt, will be at the Veterans Service Office. So there's dogs that will be on the street with one other owner, but there are also dogs that will be in an office, a Veterans Service Office, like Katie Colt.
Yes, and Katie was the dog that we featured when we did the Canine Good Citizen program. She went back to leader dogs, and we also talked about her being career changed when she came back here to Detroit Lakes with the dysplastic hip. So that will prohibit her from being a guide dog or even being certified as a PTSD dog, but she can certainly serve in the office as an office dog.
Okay, great. I'm here with Linda Widowich and Michelle Bechtold and Xander, and we're going to get a quick update on Elsie when we return. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy with Linda Widowich and Elsie, who is in training to be a lead dog, and we're going to get a quick update on Elsie.
Well, as you can see, she's grown quite a bit. She's gone through a big growth spurt here. She's really maturing. She's coming into her own. She's taking her training quite seriously. She has completed her Canine Good Citizen, where Katie was ready to test at about 8 months. Elsie aced it at 4.5, almost 5 months. So she really is accelerating in her training. Very mellow girl. We're exposing her now to things that her person will need. She's learning when she approaches a set of stairs, she has to sit before she goes up or down the stairs. That's a cue to her person that we're changing grade. Something's happening here.
And she likes to sit on tables.
Well, this is her first time on a table. So.
All right. Well, Elsie, keep up the good work. All right. Hate to bore you, but Linda, thank you so much for coming on today and telling us about the Patriot Assistance Dogs and updating us on Elsie. And we'll look forward to meeting with you again and give us more of an update on Elsie and more in the service dog training world.
We will do that. It's always my pleasure. Thank you.
All right. For TV3, I'm Carol McCarthy.